What do you want to be remembered for? I remember thinking or reflecting on my time in middle school and how much energy I exerted just about what socks I was going to wear. I just wanted to wear the same socks that everyone else was wearing. Am I wearing white socks? Well, everyone else is wearing black, and they're not showing above their shoes. And I have white socks that are going above my ankles. And of course, you all know, that cycle just goes around and around and around, and now white socks are back in, whatever. But I remember exerting so much mental energy, I just want to fit in so that I can be, if not popular, at least not the odd one out. Or exerting so much energy, wanting people to see, any intelligence that I had, wanting people to experience humor, wanting to have some sort of influence over my classmates. I wanted to store up all of that so that I could have this sense of security and worth. Now, looking back on all of that, I just asked myself, why did I spend so much energy doing that? Because no one cares anymore. No one cares if I was wearing black socks or white socks. I probably don't even talk to most of my grade school classmates. It's probably not something they think about when they think of, Connor Orabutt, who is in their class. And at the end of the day, do I really want to be remembered for any of that stuff? Do I really want to be remembered for wearing the same types of socks as everyone else? Do I really want to be remembered for trying to be funny in a way that isn't even in line with my own humor that God gave me? Because all of that stuff, popularity, influence, humor, clothing styles and trends, they all just fade away. They don't last. So why exert all of this energy trying to be remembered for them? What do you want to be remembered for? Those things that pass away or things that are going to last? There's so many things that we exert our energy towards are going to fade away. Vanity of vanities. Isn't that strange? Everything's nothing, Lord. And then we end, thanks be to God. I don't know about you, but if I were to get a raise and see that number in my bank account go up, my first reaction isn't, this is all worthless. I'd rather have a little joy. Look at all the things I get to do now, Lord. A few extra bucks. How countercultural would it be every time you got a raise to say vanity of vanities? Oh, Lord, this is all just going to fade away. This is all just going to pass too. Any popularity that we try to have, any popularity we're going to have is going to fall away too. Someone else might come along and have even greater influence or have the next idea or be able to share this other advice. But even the saints who are popular kind of fall into the background because the Lord raised up new saints for different times of history in order to influence us. So even some saints fall out of memory and lose their popularity. Not that they're seeking for it. Or if we have intelligence, someone will discover something new, this new idea, this new kind of light bulb idea that sets things in motion, something other than we had for a given time. And of course, our ability to engage with our intellect will fall away as we get older. Our humor and what we think is funny will just kind of fall out. There'll be new things that are referenced for our laughter and enjoyment. All of this stuff fades away and really has no lasting impact. No one's going to remember it. So what do you want to be remembered for? Don't think of earthly things, but keep your eyes on the things of heaven. For your life is no longer just here on earth, but your life is hidden in Christ, with Christ in God. Your life is hidden with Christ in God. Everything that we should be wanting to be remembered for should simply be, I want to be remembered for all of the heavenly realities that were experienced by me and through me. Not storing up treasures on earth, not exerting all of this energy towards things that will pass away, but I want people to remember that I loved the Lord in a radical way, and that I was detached from everything in this world that would fade away. I want to be remembered for this heroic virtue that mimics the virtue of Jesus. Because that is something that will endure forever. It's something that will always have benefit. Something that will always be able to teach future generations down and down and down and down the line. Do we want to be remembered for that? Or do we want to be remembered for the things that pass away? And it can be so easy to be remembered for those things that have no value because it seems like they do. That's why it's enticing. Lord, I'm scared of being the odd one out. Lord, I'm scared of not being understood. I'm scared of being alone. And these earthly things put up these walls of defense so I don't have to experience that. But even those walls fall away. And Jesus wants us to store up treasures in heaven because those walls will never fall away. They'll never go out of practice. They'll never lose their value. Jesus, I want to be remembered for those. And really, at the end of the day, we don't even want to be remembered for the heroic virtue or the saintly lives that we live. When people look on us, we don't want them to remember us. We want them to remember Jesus. How amazing would that be? When someone saw us and the way we lived their lives, they were able to look right past us and see Jesus. They were able to see his love, his mercy, his radical trust and dependence upon the Father, and just be taken up into that very life, a life that is not in this world, but a life that is hidden with Christ in God. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could be remembered for that? And that Jesus would be remembered through our lives? And we have all of these things, and we can easily just lay them down. And God, in his mercy, something that seems so far, maybe we might seem so far away, something that we don't possess or can't attain, he gives us over and over and over and over again. What do you want to be remembered for? I want to be remembered for you, Lord. Okay, take and eat it. Take and drink. I'm giving it to you constantly. Even though you try to gather everything else, I'm going to keep giving myself to you. That thing you want to be remembered for, take and eat of it. And eat of nothing else. Because everything else is going to pass right through you. He will not. He never will. He will always have value. So let's truly take and eat of him. Jesus, you alone will last. You alone have value in my life. Jesus, help me believe that. Jesus, help me live that. Set my mind alight with that truth. Set my heart aflame with it. Because he wants to give us that gift. It's all a gift. We're so weak. Jesus, I'm so weak. I put my stock in so many other things. He just continues to say, take and eat. Take and eat. Take and eat. It's going to be okay. You don't have to be like this guy in the gospel. You can be like me. You can be like me. And how great it would be to be remembered when people look back on us, not even to be remembered for ourselves, but that Jesus lived radically through us.